The dream of a realm in the White Mountains had been shattered on the Battle of Kalanhat. The Halada of the White Mountains, Zaragamba, had been slain along with most of his host. The Prince of Pelfalas and his knights crushed the Oathbreakers and now sieged their fortress of West Anoria. The renegades of the High held a last stand against the army of Aglahad. Many casualties on both sides were held, but in the end, the fortress was recaptured by the Númenóreans. Upon hearing such news, the Mountain King abandoned his assault on Hylarond to protect Dunharrow. With heavy heart did he left, for the stronghold was within his grasp. The defenses were weakened, and their army depleted. Just a final assault to attain the key of Eren Nimras. Before the Númenóreans could reach to support Kalanathan from the east, Tal Sarazir made a great assault on Angrenost. All of the mountain men that he could gather, and wild men, joined his host to assault the walls of Aratan. Unbeknownst to him, a secret dealing had been arranged between the Angrenostians and Offerwadians. Prince Tamar, seeing the signs of defeat for the mountain realm, decided to surrender to the Númenóreans and aid them in reclaiming Kalanathan. In return, he and his line would be allowed to maintain their domains in Offerwaden as a vassal of the High King Elendil. So was the treacherous deed done, and Tal Sarazir was attacked from both sides while reaching the gates of Angrenost. Unable to escape, he and his wild men allies charged the foe with a ferocious intent. The mountain men charged upon Prince Samar Osman, while his brother-in-law, Hardang, attacked Aratan's soldiers. Their combined strength nearly broke their encirclement, but the hosts of Angrenost and Offerwaden were able to hold their lines. The rapid charge of Tamar's horsemen and the strong spears of Aratan's warriors broke out Tal Sarazir's armies. Nearly all were killed, along with their leaders. By autumn of 34-39 of the Second Age, all offensives of the mountain men had been defeated. Slowly, most of their lands surrendered to the Númenóreans. Tirith Onodlo was the only one that remained defiant, since the people had sworn fealty to to the Dark Lord, while Sarazir held his mountain keep against any possible intruders, isolating himself from the outside world. Winter came and passed, and both sides maintained their positions, resting for the inevitable clash that the 440 would bring. Halas of Aglarond, Haratan of Angrenost, and Aglahat of Belfalas spearheaded the campaign against the mountain men. There wasn't much resistance to be had by this point, and only Onodlo offered resistance. Halas and Haratan besieged Dunharrow, while Aglahat assaulted Tirith Onodlo. The settlement, although ardently ready to defend against the approaching foe, was too much weakened from Zaragamba's invasion into Anorian. It quickly fell after just some days of siege. Upon resting his depleted forces, Aglahad joined with the Númenórean forces besieging Dunharrow, while the remnants of the mountain realm was easily conquered. The mighty fortress of Dunharrow was not. The Mountain King and his men were entrenched in its mighty walls, and the attackers were many times driven out. Then came a message from the east. The siege of Barad-dûr was intensifying, and Anarion, one of the two kings of Gondor, died from a large stone cast. Reinforcements were desperately needed, and so Aglahad left the White Mountains to join his king in the east. Aratan and Halas also left due to disturbances in the west by several wildman tribes harassing their borders. Only a small garrison was left to watch over the mountain keep. Sarazir and his men never came out of their stronghold to arrest the Númenóreans. And with the passing of time, the curse of Isildur made itself apparent into the mountain men. For many died, but their souls did not find any resting place until they held true to their oaths. The once wealthy and powerful realm became a dreadful place of evil spirits, envious of the living and sorrowful for their lot.